want to know, do men not hold doors for women anymore? Is chivalry over? Because every single time I walk behind a man who is about to open a door, they walk themselves in and let the door hit me. So I just want to know, is chivalry dead? Like, are we not doing the thing where we open the door for the person behind us? Like, women included, you know, because women can open the door for women and hold the door. We just, like, manners, like courtesy, like, I don't know what is happening to our society. Why do we no longer care about these little things? I mean, I'm the only one who is having doors hit me on the way in.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, because I mean, if a man wants to hold the door open for you, that's a case-by-case basis, right? Guy A may hold the door open for you. Guy B may not hold the door open for you. You can't have the same blanket statement or the same blanket expectations for all men. Men don't owe you anything. Random men that you don't know don't owe you anything. It's the same argument that some of these modern women make when they're in department stores and they're lifting heavy things. They expect random men to spring into action and to help them out without them opening their mouths and asking for help, right? They just want to be a woman and exist and expect random men to just start doing things for them. And it's like, it doesn't really work that way. It doesn't really work that way. I mean, that's number one. Now, number two, there's two components to the interaction, right? There's someone holding the door open for you, and there's also you saying thank you for holding the door open for me. I mean, a lot of women, or some women, I would say, fail to leave that part out, right? I mean, I've been in scenarios where I've held the door open for women and they just walk right by, right? They don't even say thank you and they just keep it moving, right? It's the entitlement that, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to hold the door open for me. This is what you're supposed to do. A lot of the reasons why modern women even feel this way as to chivalry being dead and, you know, what's really going on, it's really a byproduct of their entitlement and their behavior, and men simply responding and reacting as well as being proactive as to how they're maneuvering when it comes to women.
Are modern men done with the chase?
Yes.
Is this an old concept? Is this getting played out?
Yes,
what's going on? What's irritating about it?
Because in my younger days, even in high school, you was used to guys courting you. Now, as I gotten older, they don't court you no more. They just coming out saying exactly what it is they want. I want to I want to. It's
in
like,
my younger days, girls wasn't twerking all over the place. And
who twerking? I ain't twerking.
Maybe not you, just like it's still men that court. But times have changed for women and for men.
Why do you feel that way?
That times have changed? Because it has. Men not sitting back no more thinking that women are just the prize and we not. And we
What's leading to that change, though? What do you think?
That role reversal.
That y'all the ones wanted that.
The feminists wanted that?
Yeah, y'all wanted that.
The
women.
Feminists.
I didn't want that.
You might not have, but women did. So
Shay wanted it over there.
No.
Yeah.
Just be careful what you ask for.
Oh, we don't got no feminists on today. Oh shit.
Be careful what you ask for.
And a lot of men are realizing that, right? They're realizing that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. They're realizing what's going on and they're protecting their peace and keeping it moving, right? And that's why we're seeing a lot of videos of modern women boohoo-whining and complaining at the fact that men aren't really paying them much attention. They're not paying them much mind, and they're getting online talking about where are the good men. Where are the good men? So they're literally self-destructing because they're not getting the attention that they need in order to feed their egos and whatever they got going on, right? Some of these chicks don't even want relationships. They don't even necessarily want to get married. They just need the quick dopamine that they would usually get out in public, right? They're literally relying on men that they're not even interested in to feed their ego and to boost them up, right? And again, a lot of guys are noticing what's going on and they're checking out.
So I finally found out what's worse than dating a bum ass. It's a nigga who take care of his entire family. And to me, I never thought that that was going to be like a big thing. But I started dating this nigga that take care of his whole family. And I swear it's worse than dating a bum. Like, is the only person that know how to put up a TV, change a doorknob, grab a remote, flick a light on, pay a bill. He's the only nigga that know how to do anything. And the shit is stressful because it's like everybody calls him, can you do this, can you do that? It's like nobody know how to do anything for anyone. And it's like I can't enjoy my man, my peace, or the things that he wants to give me because he has 1,000,001 responsibilities to give everybody. And I'm not talking about he got a baby mom. He don't got no baby mom. He don't got no kids. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about you taking care of grandma, brother, sister, auntie, grandpa, everybody under the sun. They call you for favors. Oh, can you do this? Can I borrow 20? Can I borrow 700? Can I borrow? And he just does everything. So bums are not the worst type of niggas to date. It's your nigga who can't say no.
So wait a minute. If you're a bum, then it's a red flag. If you're dependable, it's also a red flag. You know what I mean? So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, I do want to take a different approach on this because I think there's two ways to look at this, right? There's the perspective from the woman and also the perspective from the man. Now, for her specifically in the video, she might be viewing this from two different realities. Now, the first one might be what he's doing or what my husband is doing for others, he could be doing for me. So it could be a scenario where I don't want to say jealous or envious, but she kind of feels a way that you're kind of spreading the love thin and she's not benefiting from it 100% of the time. That could be one way how she's looking at it. The other way is she's just genuinely concerned about you, your well-being. That could be a different way how she's viewing it. I'll leave it up to you guys in the comment section. Now, from the male perspective, you got to have boundaries for yourself because what I notice, and we talk about stepfathers and how it's a thankless job, so on and so forth, but being a leader is a thankless job, right? Performing night in and night out is a thankless job. Now, I'm not complaining, let's be clear, as a man, you know, in my opinion, you should be a leader to some capacity, but being a leader, people expect you to drop 30 points a game. 365 days out of the year, people expect you to perform, period. And you have one bad game and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? When things go wrong, it's all your fault. And, you know, arguably, it could be all your fault. I'm just saying, there's a expectation where you have to perform all the time. And it's just expected of you, right? And every time you say yes, it's just expected for you to say yes. And that one time you say no or you can't do it, then you know how that goes. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like one of those things where you need to have boundaries for yourself. And even if you got to take 10, 15 minutes out the day to, you know, self-reflect, quiet time, pray, meditate, you know, whatever you do. I think it's good to do those things, right? Because it's very easy to kind of lose yourself if you are in a situation where you're always saying yes to people or you're running yourself thin, right? If you're not good, then it's going to be difficult for you to be beneficial to others and the people that matter.
I think this is a wild take, but I feel like y'all can follow me on this one, especially like this is like a message to single men, bro. I feel like the T app is proof that a lot of men are wasting their time being good men. And I don't want to say this in like a weird way because honestly, like I enjoy being a good man. I don't like to be in the streets as much. I don't like to do this and that and third. Like, it's a lot of expended energy that I don't feel like I should be wasting my time on. But in the same sense, if you're a single man and you actively want to be dating, you actively want to be on women, yet you're not on the T app, that just shows that all the women are going around choosing the same guys and not you. And in that regards, it makes me think like, damn, maybe you should start moving like that's on the T app in order to bag these women, because the T app would not be necessary if women would just choose men who are actively single and actively looking to pursue a real relationship. Like, it would not be a situation. But because of the fact that so many women choose the same guys and so many guys take advantage of the abundance of women they can pull, they have to make an app like the T app to try to air out where the bad men are.
All right, so if you guys don't know, the T app is basically an app where women will gossip about men. Okay, they're basically asking if they're dating the same guy, which we know they are because they gravitate towards the same guy, but they'll share their stories and talk about how they were D'd down by this dude and the D was good, and then they'll talk about other crazy stories about the dude, which is interesting because when women are talking about how they were D'd down, it gets other women curious about the dude and then they want to reach out to the dude, which is crazy in itself. So again, to his point, this gentleman in the video here, there are good guys that are gainfully employed that are not necessarily over 6 feet tall. Maybe they're 5'6", 5'7", good men. And women will bypass those good men and gravitate towards the dudes that are possibly on the app, which is interesting. So, you know, hey, these women are wondering if they're dating the same guy. Yes.
The only type of niggas I like is niggas who see and do. I don't like to ask and I don't beg. So I be needing a nigga to use his eyes and his ears. Like, come on now.
I hear you. I do. You want someone to take the initiative and just take control and fill in the gap where they see the gap. I get it. I do. Please don't misunderstand me when I say this. I 100% get what you're saying. But I was once told, because I used to think like this, I was once told by a man, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not telling me what's going on, if you're not telling me that you need my help, what am I jumping in for?
Absolutely. I mean, you're a functioning grown adult. Open your mouth. Be heard. Right? Let the words come out of your mouth instead of saying that men need to read the signs. I'm not reading the signs, right? I'm not a mind reader. I'm not doing all that, which I find quite interesting because you have modern women that will talk about how they're emotionally intelligent. Meanwhile, they don't know how to communicate.
Not to say that you got to crawl behind somebody and beg them to do something. I do have a man that when he sees that there's a gap, he jumps in and he feels it. But there are also times where maybe he sees the gap, maybe he doesn't. But what needs to happen is I need to open my mouth and say, hey, this is what I need. This is what's missing. And that's okay too. I think that we get into a space, especially as women, where we really want someone to just kind of take over and take control and handle it all. But we're grown-ups. We are adults and we have to learn how to communicate. And this does not just go for financial things. There's a gap. There's something missing there emotionally, physically. Like there's something there. You see me, what will bother me? You see me struggling with something. You see me carrying all these bags. Come get these bags, right? I shouldn't have to say anything for that. But emotionally, I might be over here struggling and I'm keeping to myself. And you see that there's a struggle and you come and jump in, but you're jumping in and I didn't need you in this. So I get the let me stand back and see what she needs. I think that we have to step away from he has to take control, because then you start looking at, well, he's just too controlling. And now he can't win for losing.
But, you know, this kind of falls into the mind reader role, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you want him to see, but you got to understand that he's not seeing with your eyeballs or your mind. So if he's not seeing with those things, he may not react the way you would react in those scenarios. He may not do what you think he should do in those scenarios because y'all aren't the same person. See, this is where we have a situation with expectations, and expectations will get you in trouble. You look through the comment section on that video, a lot of young women are agreeing with this, but see, that's a recipe for disaster. Now, a lot of things, yeah, a man could take the initiative to do, but where's the line on that? Like, where does it stop? Like, how does he know that this thing you need him to take the initiative on, but on this thing he doesn't?
Yeah.
And not even just from his mindset. What about in your mindset? Where's your line? Like, where will you give him a pass to not take the initiative at? You see what I'm saying? Because again, this whole thought around he should just know, he should just do, it's flawed. Because if that's the case, are you going to know and just do what he needs you to do? I mean, if he has some type of expectation, he never communicates that with you. What do you think that would get y'all? Into a fight, into an argument, into whatever negative space that y'all or a lot of people find themselves into, because they got these expectations of their partner that they never expressed out of their mouths. So what exactly are we to do with that? As adults and people who want to be in healthy relationships, you got to learn how to communicate, and you got to do it effectively so the other person can understand, hear, feel, and see what you want, where you're coming from, all these different things. And if you fail to do that, you can't really get upset with the person, or you can't call this person a bad partner. I don't believe that you should be looking for a person that acts off of whatever you got going on in your mind. Now, again, like what you just said that if you see me struggling carrying in bags and you just watch me walk in, then obviously I should be getting up to help you. But you also could just say, babe, can you help me with these bags? Or babe, can you come get these bags out of the car? I mean, I don't think, just like on our video about the whole tone issue, there are a lot of people saying, you know, it wouldn't hurt you to just soften your tone. But see, what they don't know is I talk like this. There's not much softer that I can talk unless I'm talking like this. But then that would be creepy, right? That would be weird. But the thing is, no, it wouldn't hurt anybody to soften their tone, but would it hurt for you to communicate the things that you need? No. But see, the thing is, people walk around, well, I shouldn't have to do that. No, you're right. A lot of people shouldn't have to do a lot of things, but yet you do. Because again, the other person, they don't have your eyeballs, they don't have your brain, they don't have your feelings, they don't have your body, they're not feeling anything, and then they don't have your family and your upbringing. So the way they process things, it doesn't work that way. But I guess, you know, if they thought with your brain and look with your eyes, then everything would be great, right?
All right, guys, so there you have it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. And I think this is a great conversation. Shout outs to the both of them. Definitely had some good points here. Now, I do want to take a look into the comment section just to see what the folks have to say. First commenter says, the lack of communication and too much pride will destroy a relationship. All right, so next commenter says, people like that are just not good communicators. They want the perks of assistance without the humility and vulnerability of asking for help. Depends on the situation. Sometimes situations are obvious, others are not obvious. Next commenter says, what she's asking for isn't something that's realistic in your relationship. Stuff like that takes years of understanding to be able to do. Yeah, so there you have it. I agree with that one towards the ending. I think, you know, depending on how long you've been in a relationship, sometimes you can give somebody the look and they just kind of know what it is, right? If you've built enough rapport and, you know, the closer you get with somebody, the more you pick up on their habits and things of that nature. There might be cues that, you know, are so obvious that you don't really need to say anything. But for the most part, as life is happening, you're going to have to open your mouth, right? You're going to have to express yourself so that us men know what's going on and what you're talking about. I'm just saying. But let me know what you guys think about this one. Give me some feedback. And until next time.